In this video, I'm going to show how I embroider this design onto fabric, which I've already traced the design onto by holding it up to a window over the design. I'm going to start by grabbing some floss in the color I want to start with, which is a deep purple, and I'm going to tie the knot before I cut it off. That way I can cut it exactly where I want to and have a tail of just the length I want it to be. Next, I'm going to grab my needle and thread it with my embroidery floss and start stitching. I'm going to use a back stitch or a straight stitch. Those are the same stitch. I basically come up a little bit past where I want where the last stitch ended, and then bring it back down where the last stitch ended, and repeat that. Keep repeating that, as you can see, I'm just continuing along this line, which is all the same color. Now we'll just speed that up a little bit and show the rest of the purple getting done. Now we'll skip ahead and speed it up even more and finish up completely with the dark purple. Now we'll turn it over and show in real time what we do when we're done with a particular thread or piece of thread. We thread under the nearest stitch on the back and then leave a loop and pull the thread through the loop, pull it tight, and then cut the thread off about 1 centimeter from where you've made the knot. Now we've finished with the dark purple and we've switched threads to light purple, and using the same stitch, which we'll use throughout, the back stitch, we will get the big star done in light purple. Let's speed this up and finish our star. Next, we start sewing each individual letter using smaller stitches. Well, for the longer straight lines, you can just use a longer stitch. But for the curved lines, you want to make a bunch of little stitches so that it follows the line and it's clear what the letter is. Speed that up, and remember, when we turn it over, when we've finished with one color or with one piece of thread, we want to make a knot by threading under the nearest piece of thread and then coming in through the loop and pulling the knot tight, and then cutting it with about 1 centimeter left. Now we'll just skip ahead and show each letter as we finish it, or rather a few letters at a time.
Another thing that can be done with this is to make a pillow by unscrewing it and laying this flat, and then taking another equal-sized piece of fabric, laying it on top, and using a sewing machine, sewing stitches about a little more than ½ inch from the edge all the way around, leaving about 3 inches open at the bottom, and that is going to be used to stuff the pillow. And then once the pillow is stuffed, sewing that back up. You can do it by hand. I like to do it with a machine, just sort of shoving the seam in there. And let's see how that turns out. And there you have it, the pillow, which I think would look adorable on any child's bed.